At 45 years of age, in 2015, I suffered a breakdown. I believe it was the catalyst for being real to myself and acceptance of my mental health disorders. I am now a completely different person to who I was before. I had been diagnosed with bipolar affective disorder and complex PTSD in that year, and the symptoms I tried so hard to cover since my 20s became so much worse. In 2013, I was a mum to 3 young boys. I had a successful business I ran at home. I volunteered frequently on a soup bus and also with my son's primary school. I ran a permaculture garden at home and kept myself so busy I would not have time to even remember my past. I believe, due to my own son reaching the age I had been when I was sexually abused as a child, the cracks started to show, and so I decided to report my abuse to the police. It was deemed as high profile. I did not know that would be the case or what it meant at the time. After a guilty verdict, my abuser then appealed. 4 months later, the appeal was upheld. During the second case, I was not supplied with a witness protection screen that I was legally entitled to as a victim. And due to my PTSD, I was unable to use the remote testifying room, as I would not have been able to testify well. I suffered through losing 26 kilos due to anxiety, and my bipolar cycled rapidly. My PTSD meant I slept little, and my hypervigilance took over that time of my life. I attempted to take my life several times. There was a lot of support on social media around the world for my perpetrator, and this affected me quite badly. I knew the truth. It was very frustrating that the judge ruled the offence may well have occurred, but this cannot be proven beyond reasonable doubt. I felt unbelieved again. I felt 13 in my mind, the year I was abused. My recovery involved utilising the services available within the community, such as clinicians within the local mental health unit, CASA, and OT to get control of my overactive sensory issues, and art therapists to teach distraction methods through craft. I put my business on hold. I kept trying to get back to work but never addressed my trauma adequately. The time came to really take charge of myself and put a serious effort in. I found peace in bushwalking, and my son helped me to start eating again. I slowly moved from 41 kilos to a decent weight for my height. I exercised to help my anxiety, cycling and swimming laps daily. I gardened and practiced mindfulness every day. This again settled my mind. Yoga was a big help to me. I looked at my sleep patterns and tried to get balance there. In 2017, I did the Voices for Change course and spoke publicly about my story. I wanted the community to understand the complex nature of trauma and sexual abuse and dissolve the stigma around mental illness. This got some wonderful conversations and connections happening within the community. We spoke at universities, hospitals, and also community health centres. I was asked to speak to some police members on the dynamics of having PTSD as a victim and how you may present in giving a statement and recalling your trauma. I believe in volunteering and helping others. This gave me a greater purpose in life. This assisted with my depression. I went on to volunteer with local suicide prevention networks. I was really passionate about reducing the suicide rates and became a lived experience volunteer on some working groups and a governance group. I gained a lot of knowledge and insight in working with some really wonderful people within this project, which has been quite exciting. I am still working with advocates on achieving justice at not receiving a witness protection screen in 2015. I never want this to occur for any other victim of any type of abuse. I am hopeful that with the assistance of the Attorney General, the matter will be addressed and justice will occur for other victims. Since my breakdown, I have given written statements in the Royal Commission and the Institutional Childhood Sexual Abuse, the Royal Commission into Mental Health. I have spoken in the National Redress Scheme Parliamentary Joint Select Committee to voice the issues with the scheme. My life is very different post-breakdown. I am a different person. I have had to accept I have a mental illness. This does not make life easy. The struggles are daily and frequent, but I am not and will not be defined by an illness.